Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. There are no permanent enemies and no permanent friends, only permanent national interests. Pakistan Army is also known as all-weather army amongst world very few armies due to different terrain in Pakistan which extend from vast deserts, hilly areas, cold deserts, rivers, shallow oceans, hills, mountains, glaciers, marsh and swamps. India has almost double the size of active military personnel with the strength of around 1.45 million against Pakistan's 6.54 6,54,000 personnels. And also comparing the reserve forces, India has around 4 times than that of Pakistani reserve personnel with a strength of 2.1 million against Pakistan's 5,50,000. Though at a time of war, the mobilization of Indian reserve personnel may take longer than Pakistan. Pakistan has the edge over Indian army. Today we will discuss about should Pakistan trade with India or not. The Pakistan is at a geographical situation where it is virtually a great gateway for trade. Pakistan leads to Afghanistan and beyond to Central Asia. It is the gateway to Iran and right opposite Gulf states. This Allah Almighty bestowed geographical position is enough to bring Pakistan riches if it trades. However, the two biggest traders of the world are China and India. In comparison, Pakistan is small. It has virtually no trade of its own, though if two-way trades pile through Pakistan, there could accrue tremendous benefits for Pakistan. The two-way trade is possible between India and others. India gets a land route to Afghanistan, Iran, and Central Asia. Also, heavy-duty trucks can play from China to India and vice versa. This multinational trade can bring a lot of money to Pakistan. But someone says in Pakistan, because India will benefit, so let's not make a profit. Thus, the geographical advantages has been cast off by Pakistan. In era of geoeconomics, this must count as the biggest blunder by any nation. There are certain real issues that emerge if Pakistan allows trade between India and other nations using Pakistani roads. Trade across direct route has been curtailed formally, so the bulk of India-Pakistan trade is routed through Dubai. India and Pakistan has maintained their economic relationship for a long time. The occasional hostility between both the countries have not affected the trade relationship. India allows all products to be exported to Pakistan except for a list of items that India has banned from being exported to all the countries. There are four modes through which India can export goods to Pakistan, that is sea, rail, road and air. However, the relative importance of these modes changes over time. In 1995-96, rail was the most predominant mode for exporting goods to Pakistan. Trade by rail accounted for 63% and trade by sea accounted for 33% of the total trade between India and Pakistan. But the trade between the countries changed substantially due to the opening of the road route and liberalization of sea trade. The cost of exporting goods through the rail is much higher than that of the sea. So the rail route's relative importance over the sea and road route has declined as it continued to the limit in its reach. There are some products which cannot be exported through the rail or road route, and such products are exported with the help of the sea. Traders of the view that there is a huge potential of trade between India and Pakistan but the infrastructure needs to be upgraded. At the core of the enmity between India and Pakistan is Kashmir. So it's no brainer that any attempt to improve relationship will have to involve Kashmir. India and Pakistan always had bitter relations. Four bloody wars are initiated by Indians by water disputes and Kashmir issue. Having said that, having good relationship with Pakistan may not be important for India, but it is very needed for India as well, because we can change our friends, but we cannot change our neighbors. For India to develop at a continuous pace, relation with all of its neighbors should be good, especially with Pakistan. But it is never going to be easy because of Modi and Indian Hindutva idea. For India to have good relations with Pakistan, for improving trade relations with Pakistan, India must follow their former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee doctrine of never giving up on Pakistan. His idea about need to strengthen organizations like SARC, which bind all of our neighbors together. Talks should never stop. If we stop talks, this will give terrorist veto. Both countries can exercise soft power with each other without any expectation, such as providing tourism visa to both countries' tourists, engaging in trade with each other, which will empower its population, which deserve much better life than they are currently experiencing. Scholarships for students to study in Pakistan and India help the collapsing economy and unemployment that is increasing at a fast pace, medical visas for them. Enhancing trade will help in more interaction between the citizens of the country, which will also bring prosperity in both countries. Also, this will help in more dialogue between the two countries, and more attention will be on improving the trade, and hence will be reduced the problem of terrorism, and hence cordial relation between two neighbors. There are no permanent enemies and no permanent friends, only permanent interests. For that, Pakistan must do trade, because Allah Almighty bestowed Pakistan geographical position to enhance its trade and become the richer. We have very important and very strategic geopolitical location, and we must benefit for that. We have strong and professional army which can manage if any aggression against Pakistan will be met seriously and severely. So Pakistan must do trade with all the countries and not afraid of about the defense. Pakistan has impregnable defense, and our armed forces are fully capable to challenge and face any aggression against Pakistan. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.